Alright, so I'm actually going to make a quick video here in response to a guy here on Patchy Talk. Apologize, I don't remember your name off the top of my head. So I'm going to use kind of what I was talking about in the post to show you how to do the reset and what I think's happening on your machine. So I'm also doing this with one hand and a crappy camera. So good luck with this. Hopefully you get what I'm talking about. So we got a Macross machine currently. It's just SDF Macross. Doesn't really matter. We're going to open it up. Again, I'm doing this with one hand, so I apologize. This stuff takes a dive. So now we're going to go down and take a look at the power supply. Now there's two things to point out. First off is right here we have our odds, which is currently blank. There's nothing there because we haven't activated the mode. The second thing is the power supply down here, which I know you were looking at before. This is pretty much a standard Bisty Sankyo power supply, at least as far as I know of. All my other machines that are made by the same company have this setup. We've got the locking mechanism, which is where I think you're having your issue here, the odds reset button, and then power. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, when we're going to do this is I'm going to turn the power off so the machine shuts down and makes a click. Next thing I'm going to do is actually come get the reset key, which is here, obviously. Put the key inside the machine. One hand, sometimes it's kind of fun, and then once it's in, actually turn the key to the right. Sometimes my key sticks or hangs. I don't know if it's just an issue with the locking mechanism. Who knows? But when I go ahead and turn this machine back on, you're going to notice that it's going to make that little chime noise. You'll hear it. That chime noise is basically meaning that the machine is in its reset mode currently. Now, some people probably argue with me and say it means something else, but at least that's as far as I can tell. You'll also notice that my odds button here is actually set and lit up and not set to 0. I kind of recreated the issue that you were having, and I believe, again, that the problem actually lies in here, and this is where the problem's actually occurring. So what I'm going to do in this instance is actually reset the odds. So when I go in here and start hitting this button, you'll see, as it makes a liar out of me, there we go, that the odds actually change. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so I'm going to leave this at 6, and then I'm going to come around to the front of the machine and hit this handle, but I'm not going to do that yet. So remember, I've got my hand on the play handle, and when I do so, watch the odds, it goes to 0, which is fine. So I'm going to come back down here, and I'm actually going to turn the key to the off position. The machine actually clicks doing the reset. Pull it out, close it up. Again, I apologize. I'm kind of one-handing this thing, and it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. So now we're going to sit here and wait for the machine to finish its reset sequence. And it will actually stop chiming in a moment. And there we go. The machine's now reset. There's no air condition, no nothing. If I would go in here and reopen the machine... Again, apologize, one-handed here. There's nothing there because the machine's not in that reset mode. What I honestly think your issue is in here. I think it's this power supply. And I also think it's this. So you might want to actually try wiggling that key a little bit to get it to go back into that chiming mode. So in other words, what should happen is you should take the key, put the key in here, turn it off. Turn this to on. Make sure it's all the way to on, not halfway in between, all the way over to on. Turn it back on. You should hear that jingle, that little chime jingle. If not, something's not being reset right, and I think that's where your problem is. I don't think the problem is with the controls or anything else. Hopefully this is at least kind of helpful. All right, any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.